Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to Moviegoer. I'm Max Forrest.
I'm Paul Luby.
And today I'll be reviewing Day of the Dead. So, Day of the Dead, 1983, directed by George A. Romero. Let's roll the trailer.
First, he created the most frightening film ever made. Then, he took his unique vision of terror one step further. Now, George A. Romero takes us out of the night, beyond the dawn, and into the darkest day of horror the world has ever known. Day of the Dead.
Those are my men in there!
Here's the internet synopsis. Trapped in a giant underground base, a small team of scientists, civilians, and trigger-happy soldiers battle desperately to ensure the survival of the human race. But tensions inside the base are reaching breaking points, and the zombies are gathering outside. So without further ado, my top 10 loves, likes, and dislikes, in no particular order, of Day of the Dead. Hello. Tom Savini did a fantastic job with the zombies. He had an assistant named Greg Nicotero, who would go on to do the makeup behind The Walking Dead. Right off the bat, we see our first zombie, and it's so dope and gnarly. Show the photo. Just awesome.
Excellent.
Now, I know a thing or two about prosthetics and liquid latex. My old films Dogman and Don't Suck My Blood utilized those things. Here's how prosthetics and liquid latex were utilized in Day of the Dead. Roll clip.
Oh, it really lets you know you're alive.
What?
You know what you have to do is safety.
To do what?
Thumb down again.
There he is.
Oh, this guy's got mascara on.
I'm not even sticking in the door.
That opens it up, bite it or something.
You want me to bite it?
No, have Mike bite it.
You do
All
the
right.
fingers, you gonna bite
Ready?
it?
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic? Gotta give it up to Savini and Nicotero. They smashed it. Here's a fun fact. My uncle and aunt own a business where they produce vampire teeth. They're like super rich. They sold this part of the business where they made extremely realistic masks that were remarkable. Any fan of makeup effects would get a kick out of those masks. He even made an egg from Alien for us one Halloween. But sadly, the masks are gone. A dislike, number 2. Yes, there are individual zombies that look great, but there's no way to put all the extravagant makeup into every member of the horde of zombies, so a lot look like people with a face and neck and hands full of gray face paint. This is forgivable. Alone. His name is Dr. Frankenstein, and he does research on the undead. Have a look at how nasty his work is. Roll clip.
Okay, mark it. Action.
There's Dr. Frankenstein's ultimate project. He's training a zombie to be human again. What a completely original concept that we've never seen before. His name is Bub. He's so good you forget he's not a zombie in real life. Frankenstein gives him basic objects. We watch as Bub starts to learn how to use them. Roll clip.
I call him Bub. That's what the club fellows used to call my father. You remember them from before? From before. He remembers everything that he used to. Say hello.
Come on, Captain, give me a break, will you?
Say hello to your Aunt Alicia. Apparently, he was in the military. Return a salute and see what he does.
You want me to salute that pile of walking pus? Salute my ass.
It's empty, Captain. We saw the bullets come out. Let's see what he does. Let's see what Bub does in this situation.
Captain Rhodes kills Dr. Frankenstein. Bub shows real sadness at Frankenstein's body. He's actually crying, grieving, and enraged. Isn't that something? Frankenstein's work paid off. He's been humanized. He happens to get a gun and begins using it on Captain Rhodes. I love this totally original shit. Spoiler sign is gone. Number 4, A Love. There's a death scene that ranks amongst the greatest death scenes of all time. A character is in a hallway getting to a door that turns out to have many zombies on the other side of it. They manage to gang up on him and get him to the floor. As he lay there, the zombies feast on his guts, and he shouts, "Choke on him! Choke on him!" One of the greatest death scenes ever. Number 5, A Love. Joseph Pilato did an incredibly good job at playing the extreme asshole Captain Rhodes. I honestly thought that he was a riot.
Anybody else have any questions about the way things are gonna run around here from now on?
Your orders are to facilitate the job of this scientific team.
Listen, egghead, let me bring you up to date on what's been...
Excuse me! Is there food?
I'm running this monkey farm now, Frankenstein, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
He's just a blast to watch. Number 6, a dislike. There were military dudes working for Captain Rhodes who were basically one-dimensional assholes the whole movie, and maybe they were supposed to be that, but tone it down. It's unrealistic. Number 7, a dislike. What, do the zombies have like super strength? A group of people can't tear apart another human. That's not possible. Unless they had super strength. I think you just have to surrender to the film. This isn't the first time we've seen unrealistic strength in a zombie movie. I mean, whatever. Who cares? Hello everybody. If you're enjoying the review, why not subscribe and press notifications? I guess it's just an excuse to add more gore. I don't know. In The Walking Dead, they just stick a knife in a zombie's head and they're done. Do you know how hard it would be to get a knife through someone's head? I guess with all zombie properties, you kinda have to suspend your disbelief. I like the opening when they're in the ghost town with minor zombies. The music is simple yet effective, with a driving bass and a simple synth. A male lead is shouting, "Hello, is anybody out there?" Why do I care about this? It's because a Gorillaz song sampled it in their album M1A1. Only reason I like number 8. Number 9. I like the good guys are smart. It goes a long way when your characters are smart in a movie. I'm reminded of The Thing, or Alien, or The Martian. What's a good example of a stupid character? A person running from a killer and they go upstairs instead of out the door. Here's a funny example of Quentin Tarantino criticizing stupid characters.
A lot of dumb stuff in it, though.
Yeah, but you can't really have a science fiction movie without dumb stuff, or else it's not science fiction. You've got to, I mean, for every Obi-Wan, you've got to have your Jar Jar somewhere,
But I mean, when it got to the point where they're on another planet, and then a space cobra literally shows up.
Yeah.
Opens up its hood.
Yeah.
And the guy who's in charge of alien creatures goes, "Hey, little fella, how you doing?"
Yeah. I like that.
Hey, little fella? It's a space cobra.
Well, you don't go near them. They're renowned for their days, and they hate it when you wiggle at them like that.
Right.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. But how do you know it's a space cobra? It's not really a space cobra. It's just a cobra indigenous to that particular planet. It's not a space cobra.
What? Any cobra.
All right.
I don't get into his face.
Right, okay, that's fair enough.
A mentally ill man on their team decides to let the gigantic horde of zombies into the giant underground base. It reminds me of at the end of Land of the Dead when they break into the rich people's domain. It's carnage. Now, we've seen zombie carnage before, but it never gets old. They're running and shooting as the horde advances on them. There's close-up scenes of zombies just feasting on flesh, so gnarly, but so dope. My verdict? It's another fantastic entry in George A. Romero's zombie cinema catalog. I'm going to give this an enthusiastic 4 out of 5.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, I now realize we've covered a lot of zombie movies.
Haven't you? Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead.
Not Night of the Living Dead.
No, but we've talked about it.
Yeah. And this is Day of the Dead.
Day.
Which I'm very surprised you haven't seen.
Yeah, you know, I think when I was a kid, I was a little too chicken for it. Because, like, the gore... I remember seeing some of the scenes, the famous scene, choke on them.
Yeah.
And I think it just creeped me out a little too much when I was a kid, and I just never got around to seeing them.
Yeah. Well, this is a spoiler discussion.
Very spoiler-heavy discussion.
And he knows that Captain Rhodes killed Dr. Frankenstein, which is his nickname.
Yeah.
And he really is, like, showing emotion. Like, he has human... Like, he did it.
Yeah.
And he has a gun. And he sees Captain Rhodes, and he shoots him. And he shoots him. And then Captain Rhodes goes through the door. And all the zombies... He said, choke on him. It's one of the best death scenes ever.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to say? I had a nitpick or dislike. While they're ripping him apart, you can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
People can't just rip someone apart. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I guess.
It's zombie movie logic.
Yeah.
You know what I watched the other day was the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead?
Oh, yeah.
I was watching it on Amazon.
Mm.
And the audacity of Amazon Prime.
Oh, no.
They put a fucking ad in the
And you pay for it, too, right?
and we pay for it. It's like...
And they put ads in. Dude.
What the fuck? Netflix didn't do that, obviously. But, it's ridiculous.
Just the more I hear about streaming, the more I hate it.
But I was watching a movie, the one Kieran Culkin won Best Actor.
Oh, yeah.
Called A Real Pain. It's a really good movie, but there were ads. We paid for this shit. It's like $10 a month to have fucking ads.
I don't get it, man.
Ridiculous.
So that's the thing, you know, it's like, I'll always be an advocate for physical media, as we know. I mean, you know, I have Scott Pilgrim right here. But, you know, it's like, even though, yeah, every once in a while there's a month or two where I might buy a couple of movies. Even then, that's still cheaper than paying for all the streaming services.
It's true. Where do you get all your stuff?
You know, actually, there's been a lot of, well, actually, Walmart has been expanding their movie selection, which has been pretty good.
Get Day of the Dead.
Yes, I will. I will get Day of the Dead.
You will like it. Okay. Outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you could subscribe and press notifications, that would be greatly appreciated.
Thanks. Also, we have a TikTok account.
We have a TikTok account.
You can follow us on Moviegoers. What's the name of it? Moviegoer.clips.
Okay.